So at this point, I've talked about many bad CountryBall and Playing Ball channels like Country Z, Big Ball, and Spaceballs. But today, I'm going to talk about the worst CountryBall channel in history. And I say history because they're inactive. That being CountryBalloons. I'll be mentioning their rise, the content they make, as well as the fall of the channel. So before we begin, please subscribe, as we're less than 3,000 subscribers away from 20,000 subscribers. And join membership if you want to support me more. So let's begin. Now, CountryBalloons created their channel on June 16th, 2022. However, similar to also Spaceballs, they wouldn't upload their first video until January 2023. The first short they made was just capitalizing on a trend, which they continue to make these kinds of shorts. So yeah, unlike Spaceballs, which started off as a normal CountryBall channel but slowly made CountryBall slap to make money, CountryBalloons was always like this. While these videos would gain some success, it wouldn't blow up the channel. But in May of the same year, they would upload this. These are what I consider base content farm videos, which have terrible animation and cringe sound effects to keep the viewer engaged. LankyBox, which has over 41 million subscribers and 39 billion views, has made dozens of these shorts that managed to get over 100 million views. When CountryBalloons started making these kinds of videos, their channel would skyrocket. These shorts would get millions of views, some getting over 10 million views, and they would get hundreds of thousands of subscribers, with them getting almost 300,000 subscribers in July alone. That wasn't the only type of content they made. They also made these shorts which would mimic horrible mobile game ads, which also got lots of views. In fact, these videos did super well. Then in July of 2023, the same month they gained almost 300,000 subscribers, they would gain over 200 million views, which is more than what Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and Mark Rober were able to gain in that same month. And they would have two shorts which were able to get over 100 million views, which not only are similar amounts of views to what LankyBox gets, but this short in particular is the most viewed CountryBall video in all of YouTube, which is just sad. Although if it makes you guys feel better, if we exclude shorts and just count long form videos, then the most viewed CountryBall video is You Got 45 by Killing a Guy in General. Now for the content, it's just bad, you know, cringe and stuff like that. And also these CountryBall designs are just awful. Like, they even want to Spaceballs, which is something because their CountryBalls were already bad, but at least Spaceballs puts some effort into their CountryBalls. Like, these CountryBalls don't even fit into the actual setting. They look like they were just plastered on. And also the animation's unsurprisingly bad. Also, the comment section is like a mixed bag. Some of them on the most popular shorts mention how bad the content is and they just making fun of it, but others are just random emojis and phrases which make no sense. Also, a lot of the comments are in Russian, which makes me guess that this channel has a large Russian audience. However, over the next few months, their growth would drop significantly to the point where they would only gain around 20,000 subscribers in October and struggle to pull over 100,000 views on the short. CountryBalloons saw this and tried to stop this growth by adding new characters to their shorts, that being Marvel characters, which would pair them up with their CountryBalls, which some of them did well, but not nearly as much as their previous shorts. And it looked like this CountryBall content farm would come to an end until this happened.
Welcome to the amazing Digital Circus!
On October 13th, 2023, Glitch would upload their first episode of the amazing Digital Circus, which would be a smash hit, as the pilot would gain over 100 million views in less than a month after its release. Now, despite the show being great, it would spawn many new content farms, which infected YouTube. Gooseworks would respond to this, saying how much she hates these content farms, and even the show itself made fun of these. But at last, these content farms would continue to get millions of views, and CountryBalloons was no different, as in December, they would start uploading these same videos that they were uploading with the CountryBalls, but just with Digital Circus characters. Now first I want to say, some of these designs are awful, like Pomni's design is just horrible, like that doesn't even look like Pomni. And then others are just PNGs like Bubble, Zubo, and Kane, which like this is just peak laziness. Also, the picture they used for Gango is stolen, like this isn't even theirs. Now the videos would help revive the channel, as in the months of December and January, they would gain 370,000 subscribers and lead to them hitting 1 million subscribers total. And unlike last time, they were able to maintain a steady growth of above 60,000 subscribers for the next few months. They would also start using other characters from other shorts from different franchises like Skibbity Toilet, Poppy's Playtime, and these singing food characters, as well as real life people like Nikocado Avocado, Mr. Beast, and more leaders like Donald Trump, Joe Biden, and Vladimir Putin. They would also start to do this dumb like thing like, oh, if you want to help a certain character, make sure you like the video. And of course, CountryBalls and Digital Circus would continue to be their two cash cows, which is funny because these two are not even for kids. However, by July of 2024, the channel would start to slow down once again, and attempt to revive their channel once again, they would try to capitalize on another franchise, Inside Out, which released its sequel on June 14, 2024 and became a smash hit. And while some of their shows were able to do super well, unlike the other two cash cows, Inside Out didn't perform as well as them two. They would also start to upload long form content like these low effort watch data type videos, which are just bad, and those didn't do well either, as none of them even have above 2,000 views. And eventually on September 9th, 2024, CountryBalloons would upload their last short before becoming inactive from the channel. As of today, the channel sits at 1.47 million subscribers and over 700 million views, and it's safe to say that the channel is probably not going to upload anytime soon, though this sentence could age poorly. Now, it's interesting to see a CountryBall channel upload brainrot content like State Balls and Big Ball, but even worse, but unlike these two, failed to maintain an audience and stable growth, and eventually abandoned the channel because of it. Honestly, if the same thing happened with State Balls and Big Ball, I honestly won't be surprised if they also abandon their channels. However, I think for the sake of the CountryBall community, as well as the amazing Digital Circus, despite both of them still having many channels that upload brainrot slop, I think it's a good thing that this channel failed. Thanks for watching this video, please subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys later.